he insisted that there really was no threat and that I would not be putting Belizeans at any real risk. I stuck to my line, which was that in the circumstances we couldn't take any chances. He did ask whether I would consider, whether I would agree to explore the possibility of their sending a helicopter that would land on the deck of the cruise ship and then take the 2 passengers straight across to the P.G.I.A. In other words, he thought that an option could be explored that would mean that no Belizean would come into any kind of contact at all with these passengers. I said, well, have your people tell us what would be the logistics of that. Another alternative was that the tender would be handled by the Carnival personnel, bring the passengers to the 4th Street Tourism Village, and embassy car would pick them up and take them to the airport. I said, but those tenders are Belizean. They are operated by Belizean operators and they remain in Belize. And so the alternative suggested was the lifeboat, because that would go back to the ship, be handled by Carnival personnel, go back to the ship, and so there would be no question of any possibility of contamination. But that would then still leave the U.S. driver and the embassy vehicle. I'm giving you all these details because I want to repeat yet again that if it had been at all possible to do this thing in a way that could absolutely have eliminated any possibility of any risk to Belizeans, I would have been willing. The fact is, after the most anxious consideration, I concluded that the original position had to stand because it could not, in the circumstances, be possible to do what the Americans were asking without exposing some Belizeans to some degree of risk.